What's going on, guys? This is Grim Reaper bringing you the next session. Another installment. An additional component. More of that One Punch greatness, my nigga. We out here on chapter 116's gloriful entrance. Murata even delayed that bitch for like a few hours so he could draw that shit even sexier and shit. And my nigga, that shit sexy as hell, bro. I was out there beating my meat as I was reading, page clicking, as you already know. Make sure you check out the reaction to get all up in that shit. Bro, but this ain't just about me. Like,
you say that shit, and that's how your video gets flagged.
listen, bro. This video is not just about me. There's at least 5 other niggas that was out there sucking that Murata dick this week. Let's hear from him.
I was not among them. Yeah, that was me.
What the hell was going on?
These niggas is out there doing that. That's good.
Man, hey, I'm just happy to see Nyan, even though I'm not too happy about the people he's fighting. But yeah, that's it.
Mizuki-chan! I swear I totally missed it at the end of the chapter, her being on the ground.
Yeah, it's off panel. She's taken out.
Bruh. That too.
He knew we would rage. I'm still raging.
Must be on the inside because I don't hear nothing. Yeah, this was a fun chapter. You know, the curve in the bullet thing, all the Nyan haters having to be quiet and be fanboys for once. I loved it.
Alright, you got it, bro. I'll take my panties off and admit I was the leader of the Nyan hate train. I was chugging that shit along for quite a while. And this chapter had my fucking, my drawers around my ankles and shit. I was bent over, butt naked teeth spread and shit for that Nyan.
Your jimmies were jammed, weren't they?
Man, you out here talking about sucking Murata, being on your knees, bent over. Is that something you want to tell us?
Listen, bro. I don't know if you niggas realize this is the second podcast in a row where Kishin's talking about jimmies and shit, bro.
Well, I thought I'd have a nice callback. Your jimmies were jammed.
You're gonna call him out for talking about jimmies when you're out here getting bent over and sucking off Murata.
Hey, look, man. I'm sorry, Nyan is strong. It's not as bad as fucking, Phoenix Man's trash, and then the next chapter. It's not as bad as that. But,
it wasn't me, man. It wasn't me.
He's got to do more, though, because as I'll elaborate later on and shit, this was against nobody, but,
Impressive is impressive, though,
Yeah, awesome chapter. Nyan looked freaking. Anybody catches freaking teeth, man. That guy, he was doing that freaking here's Johnny kind of look. And I was less like, God damn, he got loads of teeth in that mouth.
All right, so mate. All right, good day, everyone. It's Zhoniin here. Gonna be talking about the One Punch Man chapter 116. It was pretty good. I liked it. I liked that Nyan. He did his stuff. Very impressive, very powerful. But let's get into the podcast.
We're also going to catch that gator. Oh shit, that's a cat. Fuck, we really are in West Australia.
Young Zhoniin, I think you forgot to make mention of the fact that he has one large ass cat.
He himself is a cat.
Yeah, I'll take that.
What region does Grimm have us in right now? What the fuck is going on?
Do I sound different to you guys?
We in an Australian silver region.
This was not.
I feel it.
Hey, I know y'all gotta use that the rest of the podcast, right?
No.
Ooh. Yeah, that's energy.
My head already hurts.
Who got to use it though?
Zhoniin in particular, bro. That nigga was hitting that key.
Oh, here we go. We've got the final can.
What the fuck you mean?
Where the fuck you been?
I'm okay to talk now, Grimm. Because last
Yo.
time I was on the last podcast, and then you told me you queue me in, and then I never got queued in. And then I messaged you, and you said like, "Oh, Eddie, like, can I join in now in the conversation?" And you went, I've got you. And then I just had to sit silently for the whole of the last one.
What?
And now
We've got
I
a
did the
word
same
for people
thing
like that
again.
where I come from.
Yo, this bitch ass nigga Matt just didn't show up, bro. I don't want to hear it.
What are you on about? Grimm, don't do this. Now you're gonna make me
Matt.
seem like I'm lying to everyone.
He was out there slaving and shit, making money, instead of out here, spending his podcast and shit. Now he wants to come back over here slobbing over to us. Matt, apologize to these motherfucking people. They didn't get to hear your voice last time.
Did
Apologize. What's up?
Did Nyan apologize when he covered the bullet back? No.
That's the opposite of an apology.
No, he said, "I love you," because he shot him in the eye.
My friend, the British do not apologize.
And now you sound Russian.
I was gonna say, like, out of all the times to say that, it's in a different accent. What did I miss?
Nothing and everything.
What's good, Matt? How'd you feel about the chapter?
I liked it. I thought it was a great intro. I loved the Saitama flashy stuff because it's a great way to get Saitama out of it. And I really liked watching Nyan, like just the big scale difference between what a dragon is, a cadre to everyone else. And I'm pretty excited the idea of Genos possibly fighting Nyan as well. So yeah, good stuff.
I don't know if we should just address that right now or just wait till the end, because that's like immediately what's been popping up. And before that, I want to ask you, Zhoniin, you told us that Genos not being with Bang is different in the webcomic. So, is people saying that Genos is going to fight Nyan, is that a spoiler?
No. we don't know what Genos is going to do. We don't know what Nyan's going to do. In fact, this whole entire chapter is new.
I forget, is Nyan in the webcomic or no?
No, he's the. I think he's along with Goketsu. He's like the new executive.
Dead ass? What the fuck?
Oh, shit. All right, bet. Nigga, hell yeah, bro. Now we can freely predict with zero restrictions. My nigga, Darkseid's gonna come in here and clap this nigga, bro.
Damn, so I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen at all.
Well, now we know why Genos was written the way he was. It was so that he could fight Nyan then.
I mean, is it like...
I don't think he would,
Could be
though.
something else.
What's up?
What?
I mean, I don't know.
I wonder who Zhoniin thinks it could be.
Could be something else.
Oh, my mama. If Drive Night fights Nyan, bro, yo, you got it. We'll change the podcast name to fucking Zhoniin podcast for the session.
It's like 50-50 right now. At least in my opinion. So it's either Genos or Drive Night.
But he's dressed as G5, right?
No.
He fights him. He fights him as G5, forgets that he has the armor on. He's like, "Oh shit! Everyone fucking saw me on."
Nah, he can't
Already,
even.
so I can't.
He can't even forget. Atomic sliced that shit up.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah.
This shit's done, nigga. I had somebody I had somebody write they think Watchdog Man's gonna come and fight me.
That would be cool too, with the whole cat and dog thing. But Watchdog Man, he isn't in the webcomic, and the whole Q City thing. He's not gonna leave just to randomly go fight Nyan. I mean, the dude fucking left as soon as Boros showed up, so I don't think he's gonna come here to just casually take care of somebody.
He really doesn't bother unless someone steps in his pissing grounds, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. He's only left Q City like a few times. And he only left for a little bit.
Must have a doggy warp door or something.
So we started off with the Flashy Flash Saitama duo. There wasn't like too many crazy things that could like be pulled out from this, at least as far as like I'm looking at it initially. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on the pair up as well, guys. But is Flashy Flash versus Nyan a possibility?
Ooh, I don't think so.
I'm definitely more for evil natural water than anything. Wouldn't it be awesome if Atomic's own disciples learned from Flashy instead of their own master?
Oh, Grimm I hate that. Oof. I can already see his Discord roasting him. They're gonna say that I bet you if something like that were to happen, their jokes are gonna be like, watch Nyan become like a S-class hero now that he got taught by a real S-class hero.
Yo, I've already had niggas talk about Nyan would have 2 arms.
Yeah. Yeah, seen that. Oh my god, it just never ends.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like the hate.
But hey, this chapter did kind of turn out like what I said was going to happen, that Flashy's trying to get rid of Saitama, though he eventually... I didn't foresee that part, but it's finally been fleshed out, that he has no sense of direction down there.
No, I think I liked it a lot because it didn't seem like an Aspel moment to keep Saitama out of it. Like they set it up in the last few chapters that like Flashy Flash doesn't have a sense of direction. So when they're lost together, it makes sense because obviously Flash's got a poor sense of direction. It's a good way to keep them both out of it because whenever the fight goes into it, obviously Flashy and Saitama are going to be both in good condition. I'd probably lean more to maybe like Flashy going up against Garo, if anything, but that's open to anyone really.
I was quite surprised by the fact that like how calm Flash is about Saitama keeping up with him. He just looks back and he's like, I'm not seeing things. He's actually keeping up with me. And he's more concerned about how it's an issue for him because he has to chill with a bold guy rather than, the fact that someone who's not Flash is keeping up with Flash. So I'm not sure if he's comfortable with people of the S-class being somewhere near as fast as he is. But he seems to be quite calm about it.
He can't deny it anymore.
Oh, they can. They will.
Yeah, there's like this weird delusion about it to where like he sees that he's strong and fast, but he's like still feels that he's superior to him. Yeah.
I'll never forget. I will always bring this up when Saitama beat Deep Sea King in front of everyone's face, and they still downplayed it somehow.
Yeah, like when a My Mask watched it, it was like, oh yeah, all right, cool. Anyway.
But anywho.
Yeah.
That seems to be like a portion of like the biggest plot of One Punch, right? How Saitama's all powerful and nobody knows, but he doesn't hide it or whatever. Like how much further or how many more people are gonna get involved in that? Is it gonna be eventually everyone? Or like what is the balance here? Because we have now 3 S-class individuals. Bomb is S-class as well, but he's obviously not there. Associated with him. And Saitama and King as well. So like is this gonna become a situation where like half of these people know and just the rest of them awkwardly don't know? Because that's what's happening with the Fubuki group right now. That's like the awkward funny quirk that like Fubuki kind of knows, but she doesn't really like know. And Genos knows, and Dang knows, and King knows, but they don't know about each other. So like, I'm not saying that like if we add more people, it'll ruin the integrity of that situation, but like what more could happen with this? Like, what are you predicting to happen with that dynamic now? Because that's like one of the most interesting parts.
I think people will get hints to it, but I don't think we'll have, if any more. Like, I can maybe see like one more person, like one more S-class hero, but they will have to mesh well with the dynamics of these characters we already got in the new Fubuki group. But I just feel like people will just get hints to it. They'll dismiss Saitama's strength. They won't believe in it. They'll see it, I believe, but I don't think they'll buy into it like we see with Bang and Genos and Fubuki.
Yeah, it's always like the goalpost keeps getting moved with him, especially like with Fubuki, because she saw his power, she saw it against her, and then she saw what he did against Sonic, and then she was like, "Oh yeah, you're crazy powerful, but like my mask is stronger, and like Blast is beyond anyone, so you're cool, but you're not like them."
That's what I'm saying. She hasn't seen like like what Genos has seen, bro. Like this motherfucker just assumed that he took out Boros, man. This nigga just like, he came to, oh, did you defeat the leader, sir? Yeah, he made him the strongest ever. Tell me more. Like, I'm not saying that that's something that's like you shouldn't believe as a disciple of your master, but like, nigga, aliens just came and you just bodied them like nothing. Like what? Like that type of devotion and like acceptance of truth only comes when you know the absolute truth of this shit, or like you think so highly of them. Bang's in that category, like I said to those guys, but like, I'm just thinking.
I think it's just people discovering him is just going to be like just another goal, you know, like the other battle mangas and stories. They just have goals for like the character to achieve. Like he'll gain this power up, he'll gain that, or he'll gain this allegiance. With Saitama, one of his main things is just more people are just going to figure out that he's strong. I think by like the end of the story, probably everyone is going to know that he is the one above all. But like getting there, it's just going to be like, oh, now this character knows. That's cool. And then like, you know, it'll just be more and more interesting as more characters understand him. And you just get to see what their reaction is.
I mean, I think it's interesting that everyone has like different perceptions of him. So like, obviously, like you said, Fubuki doesn't really get how strong he is. And like even Genos for a while didn't even really get how strong Saitama was until he one punched Elder Centipede. And I feel like part of like what's good is because of these different monsters they fight, and obviously we know they're really powerful. So like, I think for everyone to kind of know, it's going to take some more of a bit of reputation. So it's like in the fashion show chapter as well, where like he one punches a monster in front of everyone, and they're like, "Wow, that monster must have been really weak. It must have been full of air," and then it blew up. So wow. Good job that B-class hero took down that weak monster. So I think it's going to literally take someone who's like recognized as strong. So like in my head, it's probably going to be a My Mask Saitama's going to end up fighting. And then that's when like everyone's going to know about it.
Fighting? So
yeah, well, not like fighting, but obviously like because Saitama's working his way up the ranks. Eventually he's going to have a confrontation with a My Mask. Because obviously, you know...
Like a rookie crushing confrontation?
Kind of, yeah, because like Saitama's also got a reputation as like, you know, this no good hero as well, and My Mask is like the most loved hero out of all of them. So what if it is like a big event where, you know, like a My Mask and Saitama end up fighting? It's supposed to be like you know, a hero crushing a villain kind of thing, and obviously the public will want to know because it's a My Mask, and then he one punches a My Mask or something, and everyone's kind of faced with the reality that there's this guy out there who's crazy powerful and has been there the whole time.
That cannot happen.
No?
100%, we cannot allow that to happen. Do you know how much hype the Amai fanboys will get if he fucking survives the Saitama punch, man? Like, come on, bro. Like, there's too many trolls in the One Punch community to get that kind of fire, man. Like,
but Saitama wouldn't fight him very seriously unless he has to.
Yeah, he just like... No one. He wouldn't have to.
It does not matter.
Exactly.
He probably just uses ass to knock him out, like Surya.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of Suiryu, that was another example of characters not really understanding how powerful he is. Because Suiryu fought him firsthand, and then of course acknowledged that he was above him, and then even watched him like one punch Bakuzan. And then he was like, "No, don't fight Koketsu. He'll fucking kill you, even though you clearly shown that you're God." So it's just like, that's going to keep happening.
Fuck, bro. That's where it gets fucking annoying. Like,
oh, and even Genos thought that Saitama couldn't take Goketsu by himself.
Yeah, right. He lost credibility with that shit. When he basically, they had the panel of like Tatsumaki and I'm like, it's not going to take all this. That's like overkill. God damn.
He said the whole force, man. We don't need two Saitamas. Oh shit, man. All right. So I wanna hop into a part that I'm gonna make controversial on my own. I don't know if you niggas have already heard about it, but I'm gonna spark that shit on my own, and I want to hear your thoughts. You guys already know how I make a huge deal about the art, and I already know that all y'all niggas read this shit in part for the art. So like, I know that we on some level we resonate whenever I overhype art and shit like that. So on page 6, the first page that we see all the support team fighting stuff like that, I think that panel is a candidate for panel of the year.
Of the year?
Yeah.
Explain.
You gotta show me what panel you talking about.
The one where we see them, well,
When
a
they're all
majority of
fighting.
them all fighting at once, and then there's like that bug monster on the right.
Yep.
Nah.
Yeah,
Nah.
I wouldn't.
Nah.
Why would you say that, Grimm?
There you can see 3 different like depth perceptions in the same like picture, and like all the actions. I don't know how to put this. Like, I feel like I'm in a drone bed, like right there, like right above where that nigga's like slashing the monster. I feel like I'm right there, and like I could, if I was literally there, I would be seeing the fat nigga in the back that far away. Like he would seem like that, and the insect versus twin tail, whatever, they would be right there. The street would seem like it was that level and shit. I don't find manga that do it that well. In this story, pictures do not depict that many like elements of that. Like I see Murata, you know how I always mention, the end of the hallway seem like it's nigga, that shit's far as fuck away. That's badass. If you can do it in the picture and shit. The fucking giant fist strike, nigga, that shit looked like it was far as hell, bro. Like Orochi's fucking blasting all the way to the next city through the subways, nigga. All that shit looked huge. He drew three different points of view in the same picture, and they all seem level. And like, there's nothing that I can confuse in this picture. Like nothing I confuse in this picture. I think this is one of the best pictures he's drawn this year.
That's a good way of putting it, actually. Now that I'm looking at it, it does look like it's like a drone perspective.
It does have a nice angle to it.
Like those images on, I think it's on Facebook mostly, where you can like scroll the picture around and see different parts.
Like you mean the 30 or 360 view?
Yeah, a lot of the famous ones have like little anime Easter eggs with like a bunch of different characters in them, and you just scroll around and find them. This looks like it would be one of those, and you would literally be seeing like fucking the guys in the middle of the picture playing tennis. That's one of the famous pictures actually. It's a tennis match, and then in the crowd is all the fucking anime characters from different like popular series and stuff. And they have a basketball version as well, with the slam dunk characters playing, and then all the different characters from around anime in their stands and shit. And you just scroll around and see them all. This picture looks like it would be of that exactly. This nigga drew a 360 image in 2D. This nigga's raw.
I mean, like, I like the perspective, and I like what Matt just pulled up.
Yeah.
But I'm not too. I'm not too hype about it though. I mean, like, it's a really good perspective, and you get that depth effect where you see the what's his name, Needle Star right at the front, and you get Fat Guy right at the back. But yeah, I'm not too hype about it. It's just, Murata doing Murata things. It's not like one of his best pieces, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can hear your argument, Grimm, but that's just what you put stock in with art. Like, I feel that, but me personally, I'll definitely take a double spread. Where we just like when we get like the monster reveals, for example, like I'll take that over this panel right here. Like I'll take the Zombie Man panel over that. Like I like how you see, like you can like visualize like the wind lifting up because of Pure Blood's wings because of this panel, and then like you see Zombie Man's trench coat, like flapping in the wind too. Is I like this as well.
You can almost.
But that's candidate for parent of the year too, though. Like that's up there though. Of course, you can use that as an example, man. I'm talking about everyday badass images, bro. Oh my god, look at that shit too, bro. Like, look, bro. I ain't saying it was the panel of the year. I said it was the candidate for it.
You said candidate. We know.
I think I do definitely get your perspective on it, Grimm, because I do like what you pointed out about it. But I'm a bit distracted because you said it's like you're there. But just because of the angle, I'm basically imagining you on a trampoline just kind of watching this.
You're real tall.
Just be like, wow, I'm actually here.
And you're trying to and you're timing your bounces so you don't get hit by the blood and viscera.
That's how I was thinking about it. Yeah.
Grim imagining he's like as tall as Shaq and he's just looking at all this shit going down.
Oh wow, this is what
Screaming, this is cool as fuck.
I'm 12 foot tall and I'm S-class rank 6.
Oh, niggas don't realize that's my fantasy.
What, just to be
looking
number
down
6?
on people, looking down on people getting killed.
So we should probably do this, to pay respects because these people did work hard, and I didn't get that much screen time, but like they should deserve respect, So is there any support team that showed up in this chapter to fight or that got fucking bodied that you guys want to deem as notable or give respects to? Aside from Mizuki, we'll address the princess.
You're damn right you will.
I'd like to give my condolences out to One Shotter, was it, and his family, because he might actually be dead. Like if this guy isn't dead, he's at least missing like part of his brain. So he's probably like he's not gonna be able to speak or some shit. I don't know, but Nyan just kicked his ass. That was such a cool kind of effect where you see the bullet going in and he's just deflecting it. But yeah, One Shot, he's gone, man.
I think he was a necessary sacrifice because a lot of the questions that were raised between monsters and stuff is like, how do they deal with like getting shot by something, or how does just a powerful character in general like deal with getting shot by like a bullet? And we know that a lot of monsters can like tank bullets and stuff, but One Shotter's gun is definitely not normal. Zombie Man's guns are obviously not normal. But it's like, and we also saw that One Shotter was like crazy with his feats that he had previously.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, yeah.
Until his gun jammed, of course.
Well, that too. But it's like showing us, like, yeah, it doesn't really matter if you like snipe a dragon level or just an executive or a cadre with like an ultra powerful rifle. It doesn't really do anything. But as for his fate, I don't think he's dead. If you like look, you could see that like his eye patch thing is taking the hit. So I assume that he's going to be all right. He's definitely wrecked, and he's probably not going to be active for the rest of the arc. But I think he's going to make it through.
Yeah, I basically had forgotten, and it wasn't until I watched your review that he has like a cybernetic eye. So he has like a built-in scope.
Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, that's at least what it looks like.
So he has a chance of surviving. And which one of you said it's like he's probably missing part of his brain? He was already missing part of his brain with that eye.
But also, like, you don't see like an exit wound. And I think he probably would have included that if he wanted to show that he was dead for sure. So he's probably going to be all right.
Hey, if he survives, that counts as tanking, right? So that's another feat for him.
Yeah, tanking is whenever you don't die from something.
I thought tanking meant you could stand back up and fight. I don't think he's standing up for a while.
No, tanking is just living. I don't even know why we call it tanking.
Nah, his motor cortex is still intact, right? So he's just missing his eye again. So his legs are still good.
You're gonna have to get in that drone and go up close and see for yourself.
Thought it was a trampoline, dude.
Exactly. We'll get on the trampoline and then examine the wound.
Yeah, Grimm, get on your trampoline and be like, "Hey, Needle Star, is he alive? Is he alive?"
Just get like a Q-tip and start digging around in there.
We'll find the bullet. We'll find the bullet. Don't worry.
There's no exit wound, man. It's still got to be in here somewhere.
Yo, shout out to the fucking boxing dude. What the fuck is that guy's name?
Jet Nice Guy.
Jet Nice Guy, bro. Like when Nyan, what, bro? Let me, because I'm skipping ahead and shit. I skip ahead, but like Nyan's fucking entrance, bro. Like these niggas was out there fucking bodying niggas and shit. Mizuki's out there fucking let me not touch on Mizuki, bro. Oh my god.
Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yeah, let's hold off on Mizuki, bro.
Well, her puss up in front.
My nigga, like, yo, he's a fucking pervert, bro. Like,
Murata, yeah, he admits it.
like, this is shameless as fuck, man. Like, right on the screen, bro. Like, right up against him and shit. Leg spread. Like, you even, like, if you, like, really look down, like, you can see her ass from the front because of how he drew it, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And are you complaining?
No, bro, not at all. I'm just saying, like.
Then you will shut your
Big
mouth.
puss.
In
Two
a
big pusses in this chapter.
Like, that shit, like, dang, bro. Darkseid, man, bro.
I think Darkshine's really the only one who can satisfy her. 'Cause she's huge.
I was gonna say how, you know, like technically her leg position really lends itself well to whatever like reverse armbar thing she's doing, but I think this is a conversation for another time.
The Jet Nice Guy.
He ain't so much of a guy anymore now that he's possibly dead.
Well,
I feel bad for him. Because
Speaking of Jet Nice Guy, the last time we see him is when he went against Deep Sea King and he got wrecked.
exactly
This
what I was about to
chapter-
say.
Well, I'll let you get into that, but this chapter just in general reminds me of like the first season when we had a lot of sequences like this where it just showed how overpowered monsters were and how underpowered anyone under the S-class was. And I don't know, it's just nice because it's like, I love this. It's like an exhibition just for Nyan and how powerful he is.
Hell yeah. Hell
Go ahead, man.
I just say I feel really bad for him because the last time we saw him, he literally got torn apart by Deep Sea King. And then next time we see him, he's already got torn apart again by Nyan.
It just
just
wasn't
he
as
doesn't
bad this time. Like Deep Sea King like stabbed him through this torso with his fist.
I think the guy who's taking the most L's is probably Darkness Blade. He's
Genos.
Moomin?
Nah, it has to be Darkness Blade, bro. Every time I see Darkness, he's getting his ass fucking kicked.
Yeah, that one. Actually, that I think Matt was talking about that bonus chapter with the costume contest.
Yes.
He takes a huge L in that one.
He takes it on that. He takes it on the power level one as well.
Yeah.
Against
Um,
Octopus.
And then against
Octopus.
Super
Go
S.
S. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't
And-
think he ever wins.
Oh, poor Darkness.
He takes and then it's also in like the emergency shelter one, like the cicada one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he one of the dudes who's just fighting the empty shell?
Yeah, he's the promising rookie. Yeah, and he gets wrecked. That's it.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
I didn't know his record was that bad.
They got some competition out here for niggas that get bodied.
Does he have a positive record?
No,
That's-
no.
I can't think of it.
Genos does.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I thought we was talking about Genos. My bad.
Oh, yeah, GG. I think Genos has a positive record by like one or two wins.
And speaking of Genos, and I know we're probably going to go into that later, but I really hope that if it is Genos, that Nyan is just going to give him that big win that he's always deserved. Because he has yet to really have that like gigantic, massive win that like, you know, it isn't just him defeating like a demon or something.
I mean, but would it? Because you shouldn't. Fuck it. Let's get into it right now. Like what you just said. That would be like a huge pivotal change in the storyline of Genos, at least like, combat wise. So what would you expect from then on? Like, is Genos gonna be like a juggernaut and shit, like beating most niggas? Like,
I don't know, because this form, he's probably not going to have it after this arc, and that's not a spoiler or anything. It's just that like the form that he has right now is like unstable, and it's only really serving the purpose of him being like an absolute powerhouse. Then there's like no balancing to it. So I'm thinking like if he does show up and he does go against Nyan, he's going to do his full power thing because it's been set up and he has to use it at this point because it is Genos and he doesn't really have any kind of... He always goes balls to the wall. So I assume that like if he is showing up, which I hope he doesn't, but at the same time I hope he does, he'll use his 10-second mode, which we don't really know what exactly it is yet. It could either be just him like shooting a mega blast like he normally does, or it could just charge up his whole entire body and he becomes like Boros for 10 seconds or something. But regardless, whatever the 10-second full power is, he's probably going to use it on Nyan, take him out, and then he's just completely done. Like he can't move anymore. I mean, even I think Kuseno goes as far as saying that he'll just straight up die. But we know that's not going to happen. So he'll probably just be incapacitated or just on the edge of death.
You think
They're going to reboot.
the only reason why I would doubt that Genos would fight him, because I'm pretty sure he is 99% sure, is because like the matchup doesn't seem like, because he seems like a speed agile guy. I'm not saying that Nyan isn't like durable as fuck or a tank, but he doesn't seem like. Hello.
You taking phone calls on this podcast, Matt? Yeah, he did. He left.
Fucking that. But a lot of the things that he does defensively are like agility-wise or evasiveness and speed described, or speed things. So like, I don't see how that matchup would work well against Genos, who had just got like you said, a destructive power-up. So are we expecting like Nyan when it's full power to like have some tough ass DC or some shit like that, or be able to deal with that? Because it just doesn't match up correctly. Like this guy, technically Genos wouldn't be able to show all of his destructiveness if Nyan's just being evasive, right? Or is that how he's gonna do it?
I don't know. It's a good question. Because Nyan is definitely one of the fastest Cadres. Like clearly, I mean he's ultra fast. This sequence, I love it so much. Like in this chapter, like when he's just walking and then all of a sudden he's just in there. But not only is he just in there, but he's already hacked them all up. Because like the one little bit of dialogue we get is like Neil start talking to Jet Nice Guy. He's like, "Hey, you're bleeding," and then it just after that. So cool. So either Shinner said there was no balancing and that it's all like offensive power, from what I remember. So either that means that like he's just like what a tank would be in like an MMO or something, to where he's just only powerful and he can't really move fast or anything, or he's like typical Genos, still super fast and agile and stuff, but more so all of his stats have gone to him being able to dish out offensive power. It remains to be seen, really, but that does pose a good question, like you said, because if it is just one big, powerful attack, then Nyan could easily just evade it. So then, I don't know, maybe this situation that they get into allows Genos to hit him with something when he's not moving or something. Because we did see that he can be held, and that's some kind of credit to the support team at least, because it seemed like they were earnestly holding him, because Nyan had to like use his paper thin ability to get out of being held by Green and Strange Binding Shell. So maybe he can be restrained, and maybe that's how Genos gets him or something. Maybe he does that sticky sheet again, like what he did to Awakened Cockroach.
That would be It would that'd be funny as fuck. Like, damn, I took the dude out.
I gotta say something that might be controversial,
Oh no.
but don't attack me, okay? People
I'll
watching
try.
in the stream, don't attack me. All right,
Try
leave me
not to
alone.
attack you.
All right.
No promises.
Never.
What the fuck?
Yo. You hear me?
You just said it.
My
Yes,
headphones.
what?
No.
Even
My
hear.
headphones just came out.
You're just preparing yourself for the controversial blast.
There we go. All right. So, why are we assuming that Genos needs to use this power boost to beat Nyan? Because right now, as it stands right now, Nyan hasn't proven to me that he's at that level where Genos has to go all out on him.
Yes.
He had the benefit of the doubt with his title, but after we seen him, he's ran away twice. So, and one was a weakness and one was versus Saitama. So you could say like, oh, you can give me reasons as to why he ran away. That's fine, but the fact still remains. But Nyan has to prove to me that Genos would need to go all out, because Genos is still a S-class hero without that power. He did what he did versus the Elder Centipede without that power boost.
100%.
And that can't be ignored. So Nyan has to prove to me that he's worthy of seeing this new power up from Genos.
I 100%.
And I know, I think people might not like me saying that
You're
because
a real piece of shit, you know that?
Well, that's if you don't include the possibility of transformations. Remember, he is a cat after all, and notice that he has stripes. Say Genos starts fighting him, singes his hair, and he's like, if I get hit full on by this guy, it might be troublesome. Let's fully transform into tiger mode.
yeah, that's true.
Phoenix Man now?
Just saying.
We got the transformation things, but that's not something I can really predict. I don't know if that will happen.
Yeah,
And
we're
if
talking about facts.
I'm just,
if
he's
Nyan
completely
is
new and everything, so anything is always possible.
yeah, I was going to say that since he's new, he's not, and if he's not in a webcomic, then it's basically up to Murata what he wants to do with him. So I have no clue. I think all the other cadres will probably transform, because that's kind of been like not a theme, but that's what's been happening so far that we've seen. But I don't know what's going to happen with Nyan.
The only thing is like, because I want to hold your exact stance. This chapter does like, because the way I like pointed out before is the exact same thing. Is he a pussy? You're away from Pooty, not fucking black fucking Darkshine, not fucking Tatsumaki. You ran away from Pooty. I don't care for what the reason is. You ran away. This chapter though, it doesn't like completely take him out of that like you're a pussy box, but he broke the top open and shit, and like, he's got like 2 legs out that bitch, and he's like, trying to grab the yarn inside the box so he can leave with it type shit. He's about to be raw as fuck. This chapter was so hype. I got his like, that's how Zhoniin pointed out earlier, how like the different cadre entrances have been like unique and different to a certain extent, and this one is unique. I really love this one for that reason. So all you gotta do is have a fucking S-Class show up, and then Nyan, got all the credit back. Nyan's strong as hell. Oh, he banger out there bodying niggas and shit. He already, visually, that one pair that we got for that nigga, niggas are already talking about he looks scarier than black sperm. So he's got a fan base that can be like stirred up and shit. It's just you bodied nobody, ran away from Pooty, and just like Satsuki pointed out, like, you think you finna fight Genos? Nigga, like, I know that Genos like Laugh Club is basically the entire fan base, but my nigga took on EC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like Satsuki pointed out, this upgrade has been hyped up to the fucking max, bro, to the max. Like, I kind of think it's disrespectful for Zhoniin to be like, oh yeah, Nyan's finna make them used to upgrade. Like, it's kind of low-key disrespectful to Genos.
No, Satsuki does bring up a good point. Definitely. I didn't even take into consideration that Nyan wouldn't push him that far. I just assumed because Genos doesn't have a good track record against dragons, and he's a Cadre. He's not just a dragon. Like Cadres are definitely they're special dragons. There's a reason why they have that level. But yeah, it very could well be that Genos doesn't even need to go that, and he could just fight and defeat Nyan as he is, and that would be a little too much, I think, for Genos right now, at least, because he's going from, in the span of like a day or two, from not being able to really defeat Elder Centipede to defeating a fellow Cadre in Nyan. And also, he was like struggling with Awakened Cockroach just a day before that. But also, Nyan, he does have one solid feat where he essentially one-shotted Puri Puri Prisoner, which is, he's Puri Puri Prisoner, but still, I mean, he's become more powerful, and he himself can just wreck demons, no problem. But yeah, it's just weird that he would run away from him after displaying that he could take him out no problem. That's a whole nother thing. But yeah, that would be cool. Don't get me wrong. It would be cool if Genos just is all of a sudden so powerful that he could just take down Nyan without having to use his 10%. And then he takes down Nyan, he has that huge win under his belt, and then later on, he uses his 10% against somebody even more significant.
Bro, low-key, what I was thinking before Nyan showed up was that the only person that could fucking... I'm not saying that Genos would not lose to other Cadres. I'm saying that because of the Cadres are fighting already, that the only person that Genos could fight and use his full power up against is Garo. Get that rematch and shit, too.
Well, please don't have him fight that motherfucker. He on the warpath right now.
Because look who we have free right now. Like, Genos, Darkshine, Flashy Flash, Child Emperor. Right?
Yep.
What if these niggas, some goddamn way, somehow, run up on Garo at the same time?
And then he's fucked.
It's like, well, that's a lot of build up for nothing.
That's just how it goes. Garo goes down there and then.
Y'all think that he would get bodied like
That's
that?
how the cookie crumbles.
Bro, he gotta catch
Flashy Flash alone.
Genos better catch the W. That's all I'm saying.
Dang, I thought niggas was hyping Garo for real, but Garo loses to fucking Darkseid, or he said just Flashy alone.
Flashy, yeah. If just Flashy and Darkshine rolled up on Garo, he would lose. I mean, almost any character, like the roster that you just pulled up, if any monster encountered them, they would probably lose too.
Orochi?
Any monsters that are alive.
Still not giving up. You could have been nice and said that we know we're still active. Because
he did.
He ain't dead.
No, there is still a small chance Orochi can come back. I'm not totally lost on him, but I more or less accepted that he's probably not going to come back.
He's dead, bro.
Nah, he is dead as one shutter.
I just have a hard time believing that, a being with psychic powers couldn't tell if he was dead or not. Because it was worded as a question. Is he dead? It's like, do you not read his mind?
But Sundown, Orochi did have an exit wound.
Oh, that's true. And with the psychic thing, I mean, like the mind stays active for like a little while after you did, right? Like the brain stays active anyway. So like maybe he was still in his head, but you should have noticed that, there wasn't any cognitive thought, right? Also, Zhoniin mentioned earlier about Nyan being fast as shit. Would you say he was fast as the two ninjas we saw against Flash? So Hellfire Flame and Gale Wind.
Oh, That's hard, bro.
It's hard to say without like feats to compare, but just like on the surface, he seems like he's up there because I'm sure that they can replicate a feat like that as well.
I mean, the one that we saw when he was walking up and then when he got behind Jet, whatever was his name,
Jet, nice guy.
Jet nice guy. That feat I could see it being comparable to them, but like besides that, I don't. I think he's extremely fast, like crazy fast, but I wouldn't say it's on the ninjas level dragon-wise yet. I think it's like right below that. Just in general, it's hard to like really tell anybody's speed besides like Atomic and Flashy. Everybody else below that is kind of like iffy in my mind because they're fast or whatever, but like, is Sonic faster than Awakened Cockroach? Like
that one, it given enough time, I think you can come up with an answer to that because they have the common opponent in Genos.
True.
But speaking of ninjas, we see Shadow Ring's face for the first time.
Kawaii.
See more than her face, right?
More than that, man.
See a left titty.
And her hair bubbles.
Yeah. I know she's a ninja and everything, but why hide the cuteness, you know?
I thought she was gonna be uglier or like unattractive.
Well, that's exactly me as well. I was 100% thinking she was going to be really ugly because I don't know if you ever seen any of you guys have seen a Red Mob Psycho, but there's a character similar who they disguise and it just turns out to be an old man, and everyone's like, "I thought that'd be a little girl." Like, I was convinced like she was going to be ugly.
Trying to think of who you're thinking about or talking about.
End of the first season. I can't remember one of the leads of Claw.
It's been a while since I've read that series.
I'll get a picture up. Give me a second.
Yeah,
Carry on though.
But yeah, aside from her, which I think we're seeing her face because she's probably going to be done. All of the support team, well, not dead. There was no exit wound on her, but I think
just mean out of the arc, essentially.
Well, I mean, she's still going to be there, but probably not going to be fighting or assisting anymore. All of this support team are done. Like, he took them all out. The only one that's left is Food Battler.
Yeah, speaking of that, okay, they have a multi-gold winning medalist athlete, and they hand the child off that they're trying to keep safe to the fat fucker.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Why?
It's gotta be the obvious thing, bro. I posted it on Twitter.
That he's got some ability.
Yes,
He said he's secretly blast.
It's like, I've just been putting on extra pounds. Leave me alone.
No, Tario's passed.
No, it's the whole Bones thing. Bones had a like dynamic almost exactly like that, and his shit was like where he tried to do his shit right before a huge battle stance too. So I'm like, nigga, this has got to be some Bones shit. Like him eating, because he wasn't eating when he was fighting fucking the insect in the previous picture. So him eating is probably gonna like make him big or like fast or some shit or like skinny or something like that. I don't know. I'm not fucking one, but I'm like, nigga, that's peculiar as fuck. Just like you're saying, Kishin.
It's like the power from My Hero.
Every time.
Which one?
Yeah, I mean, you could
Satsuki.
say, yeah, you could say him and kind of Momo.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Lipids.
Yeah.
Do you guys like ever get sick from that?
Sick from what?
Digging through trash?
Oh, shut your mouth.
Yeah, all the time. Dig through trash and just eat leftovers. And I'm like, why am I getting so sick?
This is why they told you not to eat the chocolate out of the garbage can.
That My Hero heap.
Man, you're really going to hate it soon because once the 4th season drops, that's all anybody's going to be talking about.
My nigga, I'm up on that bag like
And you'll be just like Nyan all over. It's like, oh, this shit's fire. And it's like, oh yeah, well, funny, you've been talking shit about it literally for the last 2 years. And it's like, what? Liar Grimm.
No, I'll never convert to that shit. That's like gay nigga shit. I don't judge y'all for it. Like, I'm cool with having gay nigga friends. Like, it's
This is literally how this conversation started, was judging us.
Wait, what? Wait, how do we get to having gay friends?
Because if you enjoy My Hero, it's indicative of you being a homosexual.
Yeah. Indicative.
What?
Oh, Punny Grimm.
Holy shit. So I think that's pretty much done for the support class. I want to talk about the teamwork comparison. In the Discord, I want to say like the day after the chapter dropped, conversation enveloped for a little bit about the AB8 versus the support team. Mostly just because like the support team did a pretty cool job of restraining Nyan and teamwork and shit, and then we saw the extreme collaboration with practice and prep time of the AB8 up against Grimm. So I wanted to like hear your guys' opinions on like how it seems that one uses teamwork for everybody below the F class, but literally makes it a story point that the S class don't work together. How do you guys feel about that?
They work great. You know.
Yeah. I mean, with the surface team, they can't prep for anything because they're going up against a monster association. They don't know what exactly they have. Child Emperor has like an idea, but they don't really know the totality of all the monsters being thrown at them. So they just gotta, do shit on the fly almost, as opposed to the team that went after Garo. They knew exactly who they were going after, and they kind of had an idea of what he could do and all of that. So, I guess that's why the teamwork was much better. I didn't really see teamwork from the surface team too much.
Also, you do have to consider, like, sure, we haven't seen these characters, but it's hard to say for sure. Have any of them ever really worked together other than a few of them? So this
Probably
is like,
not.
this is pretty, cooperation for the most part for a bunch of, they may have never even met each other before.
Yeah, that was kind of what was implied in Chapter 93. Like, Second Guard just pulled them all together because of their potential.
They were available.
But yeah, going back to what Grimm said, I like it. I love it, actually. It's one of my favorite parts of the series is when we see like the weaker characters like work together and team up against stronger guys. And I also like that like the S-Class don't want to team up because they're all like delusional narcissists that are just in love with themselves and they just feel that they don't need to team up. I mean, not all of them, of course. I mean, we did see the one rare example of it when they were taking on Melzergard, which was awesome. It's just too bad we don't see more of that, but it's just one of the many aspects of this show that just gives it something different, and it's not just always big powerful dude versus big powerful dude. It's like something different.
Or niggas getting bodied. That happens a lot too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like this chapter specifically, it reminds me of like the first season because we saw a lot of dudes getting bodied in the first season.
Left or right, just whole line of niggas getting bodied and shit. In succession, right? Groups of niggas, right? That's probably like, I'm not gonna lie, like I enjoy that anime, bro. Like, when a nigga comes through, he just starts bodying people and then making.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, but it's
just a vulgar display of power. It's just so cool.
Bruh, you know what series overuses that? Like just people getting bodied, like Kingdom.
Dragon.
They do that too much.
I thought you were gonna say Joel.
Kingdom, you will literally see like almost every goddamn chapter. You'll see somebody come in with some weapon and they'll kill like three or four people in one swipe.
Like kill them?
Yeah, kill them.
Oh shit!
Like they'll be cut in half.
These niggas out there cutting the horses in half, bro.
the amount of times I see Shin show up for the first time and just go crazy with the sword and slice everyone up.
Yeah.
It's like copy and paste like every 10 chapters.
I don't
every
know
time
your
with that
names,
glaive.
but you're gonna die.
Did someone say vulgar display of power?
Yeah, do you like Pantera as well?
Pantera. Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
Is that a movie?
No, it's a band.
That's the name of the song.
Vulgar Display of Power is an album by Pantera, and the cover of the album is pretty iconic. It's like a face getting punched by a fist.
I have to see.
I agree with Zhoniin. I mean, like, it's not something I expect of the S class. They all seem to be very narcissistic, very proud. They're not gonna call someone else or like even hint to somebody else that they need any help or assistance. But you know, the lower class heroes, let's say, they've done a decent job, but they haven't been like they don't seem to know each other's skills and things like that inside out. So they haven't worked in tandem too greatly. But they've tried, and now they seem to have died a bit. But they put in some good effort.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with what you guys are saying. I'm just going over the panels again. I do love like how quickly they're like, right, we have to work together to take him down. It's not even like there's no like arrogance or pride. They recognize the threat's that strong, and they've just got to go for it. Like there's like even like when one attack fails, there's not a moment wasted between like the next attempt of the attack. So obviously when Mizuki's disc fails, then like I think Poison's his name.
Yeah.
He goes in with the knife, and then obviously he blinks and destroys the knife.
That's so sad.
Yeah, I feel like out of all of them, he might have been hyped up the most, just because obviously he was C class, he was like rising star kind of stuff, and then immediately the knife just kind of gets wasted.
He's the ultimate wild card, honestly.
Yeah, and then even when he fails straight away, like they're immediately in with the next attack. They're not wasting any moment they can trying to take down this guy. It's great seeing this kind of teamwork and stuff. And then I guess like comparing it to the S class heroes, I suppose if you want to look at like the S classes they're not. If you want to talk about it like that, they can't even be considered human at this point with the things they're doing. So they wouldn't do human things like teamwork and working together. Kind of similar to monsters in a way. And then obviously you've got like the Bs and the Cs and the A's who are still human. They're just like peak humanity, I guess. They're all up for ideas of teamwork as well.
Mizuki versus Glasses.
Why?
Is this some? Are you going to tell us about a fetish you have now?
No, I was just thinking
No.
like the whole growth thing of the characters. Mizuki's like a physical combat type, and Glasses seems to be growing in that direction as well. So I'm just like, what's up? What do you think?
Man,
Who do
I don't
you think's
don't
going?
know. I don't know. Glasses can throw hands, but Mizuki is kind of versatile though. She has a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the baton, and now the destructo disc. I'm gonna just call it that. The metal.
It wasn't far from it.
That's pretty cool. I mean, I don't have like I can't really say, but I'll go with Mizuki. I'll go with Mizuki.
Yeah, I think I agree. Like Glasses is in good shape, but Mizuki's like she's an athlete, and like Satsuki said, she's got the versatile weapons more than anything. I think that's going to be the main thing for it.
But Glasses traded blows with a demon.
Yeah,
What was that? You said blast?
traded.
Yeah, it cut out on me too.
I generally heard blast has traded blows with, and then it cut off.
I said Glasses traded blows with a demon.
And cut off.
Cut
again.
out there.
We'll never know who he traded blows with.
Just
There's
say
no way
the
to
name,
find out.
Grimm. Don't
So,
lead
Dan,
up
what do
to
you
it.
think?
So yeah, I think Glasses versus Blast was an awesome fight.
Really blasted those glasses off.
Bro.
I do say.
What the fuck is going on?
I'm glad
Blast him
Taro
up,
came
Kim,
in to
like-
stop the fight, because otherwise, I don't know how it would have ended.
Are you saying Tario fathered Blast?
I'm saying he had the guts to come in and stop it when no one else did. So
He's gone off on one, but yeah, I think Mizuki would have it. Glasses is kind of up and coming. He's gonna fight Blast apparently eventually, but yeah, he's up and coming. But I think for the moment, Mizuki, like Matt was saying, she's a straight athlete. She long as fuck, man. I mean, like her reach compared to Glasses, she'd be punching him from a mile away and he wouldn't be able to reach. But yeah, I think Mizuki has that fight for now.
Probably Mizuki right now, but also we don't know how much Glasses has improved since the last time we've seen him. But yeah, I'd probably go with Mizuki right now. But Glasses, I mean, he has like the durability and endurance factor on his side. So it's really how long can she go?
I think he's faster than her too, and he threw hands at Garo when it hit him. So like,
Oh no, that's what I'm saying is that he has some things working for him, but Mizuki, I don't know,
All-arounder.
she's just huge and has some grappling skills, and she's got some weapons and stuff to aid her. You know what? I think it would be a really good fight. It'd be like either one could win. I don't think it would be like a definitive victory for either.
she's got fucking 3 of those destructive discs too, bro.
Hold on, I gotta check something real quick, and this is gonna confirm who I'm going with for
It's
sure.
going to confirm the Tario's blast.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah, this is exactly what I was looking for. When Mizuki was fighting Rhino Wrestler, when all of them were fighting Rhino Wrestler, he was grading all their attacks with the point system out of 100. Just to put things in perspective, when One Shotter shot his ass, Rhino Wrestler gave that shit a 15. When Mizuki hit him with the shot put shit, he rated that a 30.
Oh shit!
So Mizuki is like confirmed, like double the strength of One Shotter. Confirmed.
No, I'm
I
thinking
mean, I ain't gonna say
because-
that, but
because the guy is literally called Wrestler, I would assume if you're not coming at him close quarters, he's always going to rate you lower than if you're attacking from a distance. Because that was the case with both of those low scores. So
So you telling me he's gonna rate Tatsumaki lower than he would Atomic Samurai?
possibly.
Oh, you high as fuck.
I'm just basing it on the information. Because his point system is kind of weird anyway.
Bro, stop trying to deny it. Aren't you a Mizuki fanboy?
Yes, I'm a Mizuki fanboy.
Bro, we're trying to confirm that she's double the strength of One Shotter. How dare you?
I'm not gonna say that.
I
But
don't even know where One Shotter came.
Beetle Star's attack was a 25 apparently, and that's close quarters. So still,
Oh, that's the nigga with the
that's pretty.
with the chain thing, chain sickle.
Yeah, with the with the weird ass earring.
With the earpins or earrings.
You mean the future S-Class guy?
Yeah.
All right. So then we have art. Best design is obviously Nyan. There's nothing drawn as good as him. But which of these panels was your favorite? I guess we can call this the art gallery portion.
I really like the creepy smile one.
The Cheshire Cat.
Yeah, I mean that's probably what inspired him because it's very similar to that. But also like there's this whole subreddit that's dedicated to like creepy Garfield memes. and it's called
Oh yeah, I've seen
R
those.
slash I'm sorry, John, and it looks like something straight out of there.
Where's my lasagna, John?
Yeah, exactly. It's like
I'm
that.
coming for you, John.
It's when Mizuki is wrestling one of the monsters. It's kind of self-explanatory.
Oh, the big puss panel.
Well,
The big
the
puss
first big puss panel of the chapter.
Yeah, I want to point out that, like, I don't know if you guys saw that, but, like, I think he's trying to use shading to, like, make her like, titties perky, man.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm, okay, well, that's an opinion.
Look at
Man.
the dark shading is in a shape that, like, alludes to pointiness. Like, it's making it seem like whatever is, like, it's covering is pointy. It's pushing up against it. So, like,
I don't know, man. sounds like a bit of a reach, dude. It could just be. It could just be that the light is coming from the opposite direction.
Oh yeah. Why is there another shadow?
Yeah,
there?
it's coming over head, and her underboob, if you will, is being in the shadow.
Hey, listen. There would be other shadows there because other things are being covered. I don't want to hear this selective bullshit, bro. You're not gonna choose when not to put shadows and doesn't put shadows too. He shaded in her titties to make them perky. That's godly.
That's the biggest bullshit I've heard in my life.
Well, she's always kind of had those, those aerodynamic boobs. He actually kind of prefers to draw them in that shape. I guess he just likes those type of tits. I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah,
They're very rare in real life, at least what I've come to find. But
Well, from what we know about Murata, what was it? He's drawn Ice Shield 21 as well, so he's used to drawing athletes, right? These guys are all aerodynamic, streamlined. You know, it's his art style.
Titties.
That's what you came out of with that.
But here's my counter argument.
My panel is gonna be the one I talked about earlier. Like I said, it's just fucking look spectacular and shit. Oh.
Feel it.
Sundownrider.
I'm still coming up with mine. Give me a sec.
well, in the meantime, let me tell you what Murata has said about the type of girl that he likes. I was going to talk about this in another video, but I'll talk about it here. Why not? So he was asked, like, what type of girl do you like? And he said, I don't like lollies. I prefer a plump figure, matured lady, so I'd say Fubuki. But Fubuki from the webcomic is not plump at all. And his version is based on his own liking and preferences. He loves boobs since he was young, and the butt. and he has a fun time drawing them. He doesn't like Tatsumaki, but it turns out that he has a fun time drawing her ass.
Bruh.
My nigga,
Murata's real.
For real, bro.
Real.
And that's what he said in an interview.
Wow.
Wow,
I
the
respect it.
guy addresses himself as he as well. What a
Yeah.
what a dude.
He's like real egocentric like that.
Yeah,
Anyway, my favorite panel was basically the whole little Nyan's entrance where he's going to curve the bullet. You know, that was a highlight of the chapter for me, and I'm sure for many of you as well.
Mm-hmm. I think my favorite, besides the Cheshire Cat grin, was Nyan kind of just winking away freaking, what was his name? Poison Dude's knife?
It's just poison, I think.
Oh, okay. Almost there. And he just breaks it apart, but like just seeing how big freaking Nyan's head and eyes are compared to Poison's hand to begin with, but also the fact that he breaks his knife with just his eyelids, that's pretty deep.
Yeah, I was trying to estimate about roughly when this was brought to my attention, like the size difference, about how big he possibly is, because he has to be kind of close to, Puri Puri in height, right? Because we saw him pretty close together. And Puri's over 7 foot tall. So
he's bigger than the fence. When he first showed up in the background, he's bigger than the fence.
Maybe it was from his perspective that we saw that first panel that Grimm liked.
But you really see how big he is when you see he poisons like hand and knife up to his face. It's friggin' massive.
Mm-hmm.
Big ass fucking cat. Not as big as Rover though.
Oh, hell no.
I kind of think that whole watchdog thing is unrealistic because of it. Like, I don't really have an argument for either side because obviously I haven't seen much of Nyan, and we should expect Watchdog to be able to beat us dragon, but
Yeah, you guys picked all the really good ones. So I got just Saitama looking menacing as mine. I like Saitama, and I like that picture of him. It made me laugh. That's how Nyan remembers the guy who scared everything about him. Just that face is going to haunt him for the rest of his life.
The rest of his 9 lives.
I love how they wrote in menacing.
I know.
Yeah, JoJo shit.
By the way, fuck Wagama.
Yes, of course. Fuck that nigga.
Very
Him going in beating on the monster while Mizuki's holding on to it, and she's like, why are you doing that? You shouldn't be doing that.
I was more ticked off by, I was more annoyed by when he's just there like, he shits himself and he's like brown pants time and he's like, oh shit, y'all the monster exterminators, right? What if I get this guy out of my face? And I'm just like, what a waste, man.
You gotta go. I am down with Nyan killing him. Make it happen.
I still view him as a potential, like, strong ally for the Hero Association at large. Because remember, he is the son of one of the benefactors. So if they can just attitude adjust this little bastard, he may be the best ally to the heroes. You know, because he'll be inheriting his father's millions, billions, trillions, however much money it is. And then, you know, taking over the businesses, whatever that makes said money.
He just had a couple thousand.
Over. That's it.
Yeah, he's got like $5,000.
Damn.
And he funds how much of the association? Like 7% or something?
That's all you need.
70.
Wait, how much are the heroes getting paid again?
They're not. They get Applebee's gift cards that have been used.
Maybe once a month.
So starting us off with this week's poll questions, we have Pipleg Stebo. He came through last time for the podcast. He wasn't able to make this one, but we'll shout him out. Here are the questions. Number 1, Mizuki versus Glasses. Number 2, Nyan versus Genos. Number 3, Nyan versus Watchdog. Number 4, Best Panel. Number 5, Who Looks Scarier, Black Sperm, Pure Blood, or Nyan's Smiling Panel. The Smiling Panel for all of them. Who's going to fight Nyan? Number 7, Best Cadre Design. Number 8, Fight You Want to See the Most out of the Cadres. Number 9, Mizuki versus Fubuki. And number 10, what is Funeral Suspender's secret power?
Yes, the joke that keeps on giving.
Alright, so the joke is that when I looked up the fat guy's picture and name on the wiki, I didn't scroll down enough, so I thought his name was Funeral Suspenders. Yeah. So niggas have been trolling with that in their responses. Let's see what they said. But Stebo says, number 1, I got that nigga Glasses. Facts. Glasses over Mizuki. For number 2, Geno's taking it. Up the ass. Fuck out of here, Nyan.
Oh man, come on now. This is bad.
Geno's taking it. Up the ass. Fuck out of here. Nyan got it, baby. He's just too dexterous and sexy with it. Confirmed. Number 3, bruh. Why you do this to me? Now I need this matchup. Like it Let it get to my vein. Sorry, it's a tie. All right. For number three, number four, he says best panel is the one where Nyan made it into their ranks before they even realized and proceeded to do that thing. I heard that wrong. Best panel is the one where Nyan made it into their ranks before they even realized and proceeded to do that thing. Number five, gotta say Nyan because of the circumstance. Number six, shit. I'm definitely hoping Watchdog come through now. But if not, then I can see Garou fighting him, honestly. Yeah. Garou? Number seven, I'm very fond of Homeless Emperor's design, but I'm also partial to King Rover as well. Yeah, not confirmed. Number eight, Atomic versus Flashy is for obvious reasons. Bro, it's supposed to be the Cadre. I should have wrote that in. Number nine, Fubuki working her, confirmed. Number 10, he'd bring the dead back to life. And then, oh shit, King Engine. Alright.
I'll go next. Odiacoptus, which I don't think I've actually ever seen their name before in the poll questions. Number one, glass with a microscope up the quass. They misspelled ass. Oh god. But that sounds painful. Two, Genos hasn't reached the level to beat a dragon, so if he does, then that's idiocy. Okay. Well, that's sad. Genos needs a win, damn it. Three, Watchdog Man has an advantage with his furry ability. And Nyan isn't a furry, but whatever. Four, Nyan stopping and deflecting one-shotter's bullet. Yes. Five, Pure Blood looks cool. BS, Black Sperm looks weird. Nyan actually looks scary this chapter. So that was the one asking which was scarier, and they just had an opinion on all of them. Six, Evil Natural Water's going through Saitama's plumbing and kill Genos, and then Nyan will use kitty litter to evaporate Evil Natural Water. What? That was who's going to fight Nyan, but why the hell did they set it up like that? Okay. Seven, Elder Centipede, because all that effort put in. Okay. That's fair enough. 8, Rover versus Watchdog Man. Okay, so we're gonna have they want a dog fight. I can get behind that. 9, in a fight, Fubuki, who I prefer, Fubuki.
I was about to say. Hey.
Okay, and then 10, Avada Kedavra, because I think it was supposed to be a parody off of, like Cadaver.
No,
So,
isn't it?
It's Harry Potter, that is.
Yeah, it's Harry Potter.
Oh, it is.
It's the killing spell, man. Come on.
It's
Yeah,
been a
of
while
course.
since I watched Harry Potter. Damn it!
Didn't you guys learn that in your schools as well?
Of course, the Brits know that.
Yeah, we learned it with the other curses at school. Don't you guys learn about that?
It's a part of your history course.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's not our fault it's getting banned in your schools.
It's damn witchcraft. That's why.
Well,
Yeah,
that's actually
hey.
happening in my state, so that's why
what
they're
I'm saying.
making the joke. But yeah, I didn't know that. And then hashtag King Engine, of course. Gang, gang.
Gang. I'm going to read ZWS's. So for the first question, Mizuki versus Glasses. He said, Glasses over Mizuki. She's ranked lower and probably isn't as impressive in close combat. That's a damn lie. She also needed help quite a few times in her fights against Fodder. Fodder? All right. 2, Nyan versus Genos. Number 2, Genos hopefully beats Nyan. Otherwise, there's no hope. No hope, but no hope for who? Genos or Wagama? Because if it's for Wagama, we cool with that.
Fuck that nigga.
3, yeah, fuck. 3, Nyan versus Watchdog. Watchdog over Nyan. I'm probably leaning that way too. 4, best panel. I would say Nyan Evil Grin, but I don't feel like praising some punk who thinks it's cool to flex on B classes. So when Flash and Saitama got lost is my fave. Agenda out. Number 5, who looks scarier? Black Sperm, Pure Blood, Nyan. He said Black Sperm. Number 6, who's going to fight Nyan? Genos or Metal Bat? Metal Bat. Okay. 7, best Cadre design. They said Black Sperm. Fight you want to see the most? They said Tatsumaki versus Gyuro needs to come back. I wouldn't want to see that because we did see it. But I get it though. Number 9, Mizuki versus Fubuki. Fubuki stomps Mizuki. Low diff. Yes, sir. Number 10, what is Funeral Suspender's secret power? His partner D-Pad grabs him by his trademark suspenders and flings him around like a flail. Hashtag.
And gang.
Dang gang.
Next is Embrace the Dragon. For number 1, he's put who'd win Mizuki, as sad as it is, he's put in brackets. Number 2, tied, I'd say. Could go either way depending on who's smarter, who's the smarter fighter. Number 3, he put there's no way to tell really. And number 4, he said the Nyan first full body panel was the best. 5, he says Nyan is easily the scariest. I don't know. Genos or Drive Knight, possibly both will fight Nyan. 7, the best design is Overgrown Rover. 8, he wants Bomb versus any substantial foe on his own. Number 9, Fubuki, duh. And 10. He's secretly holding back. His suspenders are made of an indestructible substance fabricated by Metal Knight, and they are there to keep his enormous muscle mass from swelling too large, as it would destroy his precious clothing. But it is said that any monster that manages to rip apart the suspenders will behold the terrifying true power of Funeral Suspenders Unleashed.
Oh God. Backstory now.
Oh God.
Man went in
Hey, that's
jail.
confirmed, bro.
God damn.
We doing Nyan's backstory at the end of this, bro. Confirmed. We in there, inspired.
Just wait for Funeral Suspenders and D-Pad to show up. This fight's going to change completely.
Has anybody read Awakened Pussy?
we haven't had the pleasure. No.
I'm going to say no, considering we didn't all laugh like that when we heard it.
Jesus Christ. You overdo
Okay,
it.
dokie then. What's up, Maji? But yes, Awakened Pussy. Number 1, glasses can't handle her thighs. Cool. 2, Genos might get his first dragon kill or 4th dragon loss. Oh, come on, man, have some faith. 3, if Nyan goes to Q City, GG.
Woo! you go into the dog pound, you get bit.
And 4, if what is it, Mizuki strangling the random fodder monster. I think Grimm might agree with that. Or was it Satsuki? 5, Black Sperm still takes it. 6, Genos or G5, Drive Knight in brackets. Okay. 7, Elder Centipede undisputed, but for the one still alive, ENW. Who the fuck?
Evil natural.
Evil Natural Water.
Oh, okay.
Wow, I come across the world.
8, Bang versus Gokets. 9, Fubuki's body, or Fubuki bodies, but sorry, you can see what's on my mind. Fubuki bodies, but in athletics, Mizuki no diffs. And 10, it allows its user to temporarily obtain King's powers, but at the cost of their life if overused.
Oh.
Hashtag King Engine, hashtag Pussy Gang, hashtag Garo Gang. Okay.
gang.
That's an overpowered ability. The world must never know.
What's up? What's going on?
Oh, this man changes his name too much.
I didn't know
How?
that was
How? I'm in disguise. You can't stop me. Okay. Did anyone read Sleepy Stogus?
I don't think so, no.
No.
Okay. I'll go with that one first. Number 1, Mizuki versus Glasses. Glasses. Okay. Number 2, Nyan versus Genos. Genos. Nyan versus Watchdog. Nyan. Best panel, Mizuki strangling monster. Yeah, there we go. Who looked scarier? Black Sperm. or Pure Blood. No, I'm sorry, Nyan. I guess they picked Nyan. Who's gonna win a fight against Nyan? Metal Knight. Best Cadre design, Black Sperm. Fight you want to see the most, Black Sperm versus Atomic. Mizuki versus Fubuki. Mizuki. What's Funeral? Suspenders. Secret Power. Suspenders. King Engine. What kind of shit?
It's like I got that snapback. You
Enough.
get the recoil.
No.
All right, guys, that's it for 116's session of the One Punch Man podcast. As we all mentioned, this chapter was great. We're excited for 117 and what it brings. Make sure you hop into the comment section, not only of the premiere, but of the video, and let us know what your thoughts are on the actual poll questions, anything that we discussed, and any theories or speculation that you have, or anything that you thought was credulous as fuck, make sure you point it out. Check out our live reactions that we've all done for the chapter. We also, most of us did reviews as well. There's content out from the entire association community, so check out that shit. You should have a lot of shit to watch throughout the rest of the night. Check out our top strongest S-Class Heroes ranked video that came out on the day of the chapter. And check out this week's Top 24 Stars Part 2.
Oh, God.
That was a big surprise to show up on the timeline, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, you watched it, bro?
No, I had to
What
double
was
check. Yeah, I was scrolling down and then I saw like, wait, what's he put out?
It wasn't porn stars. It was adult actresses.
Yeah, I apologize. It was no actresses. Yes.
The difference?
It's politically correct.
Shut the fuck up! Politically correct! Get it out!
One is 2 words.
One is 2 words. The other one, everyone obviously knows. Like you're not fooling nobody. Trying to be classy and slick and shit. Get out of here. Fuck out of here.
She sucked dick on camera.
Yeah, exactly.
So Zarzo, bro. 116. Your thoughts?
Honestly, Nyan really stole the show. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Really stole the show. I didn't think Murata was gonna like go crazy ham with like the panels, but clearly like I'm the idiot. I didn't know that this man didn't care about his own life or health. This man like putting up like too much detail on one cat trying to kill one kid, and I can't get enough. It's like what's going on, dude? Like Wagama, like flay him, skin him, like take that little nigga out, please.
Oh, God.
On my life,
Yes.
on my
Yes.
on my soul. Honestly, if that kid survives this entire encounter, someone did wrong. Someone did wrong in this endeavor. That kid shouldn't have left. That kid should have died. He should have been a casualty. It happens. Things happen. You let that kid live? No way. Other than that, I feel bad for Flashy. He feels like an idiot having like Saitama like run beside him, looking like all goofy and stuff, like spread wide open, trying to run like a goof. Like that's ridiculous. Like last chapter, I was like, okay, Saitama looking goofy. This chapter still looking goofy. Like, dude, come on, seriously? Like not a single, nicely toned picture. Like running with like some stacks or something. Like the cape flap and everything. No, just like wide legs and everything. Like, get out of here, dude. You're so obtuse. Get out. Other than that, Mizuki's thighs were on screen. I mean, on panel. So I'm not too.
I ain't see no thighs.
I saw some thighs. I don't know about you, but I saw some thighs. I thought I saw some abdominals. Some pectorals.
I saw some.
Some biceps. You know what I'm saying? She came through. I feel bad for her though. She got clapped up. A lot of people got clapped up actually.
All of them did.
Yeah, like what happened to One Shot? Because if One Shot is really dead, Jesus Christ, because like Murata didn't really care about these heroes. Then again, one might not have either. Shouldn't.
You think these
really
niggas
got him?
dead, bro?
Yeah, bro. Yo, you gonna tell me that Nyan deflecting that one bullet wasn't a death sentence? Will you see that shit happen? Nah, that dude's dead. That dude's dead. They have the red dot on him and everything.
He's not dead?
Nyan.
No, because
He
he
doesn't
said
know.
he wanted to play with them.
Yeah. He's good. Personally, I think Nyan's gonna go back to his master because like cats love to be pampered. He's no wildcat. We all know that. He's the house cat. Fuck is he gonna do? Sit around outside all day? Yeah, all right.
Oh, so he's gonna stroll up on her and be like, "Okay, bitch, we're laying down the ground rules. I could kill you with hardly a flick of my claw. You will pet me when I want to be pet.
Pretty much.
You will learn this shit, or otherwise you become the new litter box."
Pretty much. You gonna tell me Nyan's gonna have fun as a monster, independent on his own? He's a house cat. He has a mentality. Chill out. Most he's gonna do is tear up some humans and then go back home because fucking no one feeds him anymore, and he likes to be fed on like by someone else. Trust me. Outside of that, Nyan, you know, he reminded me of the what was that cat from Alice in Wonderland? You know, the one that disappears and everything. Yeah.
Cheshire.
yeah. What did the big grin and everything? It was talking about how it was gonna, like, you know, tear.
Oh, the face reminded you? Oh, that's what it's supposed to resemble. Okay. Because
I mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, but
you might have not caught it.
Yeah, well, I wasn't making a connection to that. And then Zhoniin mentioned the Garfield shit too, but like, I didn't think it was like the Alice in Wonderland shit. That's creepy.
Dude literally came through and was all like, "Bet we're about to flay this kid, about to skin him alive, about to take a little bit of the fat off the side and everything. Everybody be eating good tonight. Monster Association getting lit." And then it's like, either like the monsters kill him or Nyan just desecrates his entire life. It's like, damn, I don't know which one sounds better. I mean, both personally. Like, kill him, feed him to the monsters, and then be done with it. Nyan, you do you. You at your discretion, please, Maestro. Please, at your discretion, tear this child a new one.
You better not get fucking naughty, bro. You about to lose all his credit.
Bruh, like, I don't know. It's like, should Genos come through? Should Genos really get his dragon lick, or what do heroes really want right now? Do we want the W, or do we want Wagama dead?
I low key need both.
No,
I know, right? Yeah,
dead.
Exactly. Yo,
dead.
see, you feel me, right? Like, it's hard to choose. It's either Genos takes that W, or Wagama walks away. I don't want Wagama walking away.
Okay. Out of those two, no, I need Genos to catch the dub because the community just been hard on him. With Wagama, there's gonna be opportunities for him to die again. So
As long as he lives, there is always a chance, right?
There's always a chance.
Karma is always coming for that son of a bitch.
Fair enough. I don't know. I would say, if anything, Wagama for sure, though. Kill that little nigga.
I kind of wonder, is Tario going to drop a dime on that?
That's what I want. I want the Tario Wagama fight. That's the fight.
Let's go.
He's like, Mr. Hero, I don't want anything bad to happen to him because he's kind of my friend, but he left me down there.
I just want
Tario
one
I
moment
don't know. Yes,
where
one
Tario.
One clocks him.
Yeah, bro. Like running starts, fucking tossing the river, starts wailing on him, chokes him out and everything. Fucking makes it the bubbles stop. You know, coming.
The bubbles stop. They jumped into a fountain now, huh?
Yeah,
I can see it.
For air.
You know those scenes when it's like two people and they're running at each other, you know, all lovey-dovey in a field and stuff? And then I think there was a parody of it where, like, halfway through, it changes, like, one of them realizes, oh, God, this person's trying to kill me. And then they start trying to turn away. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen with this. You think, oh, he's coming in for a hug. It's like, buddy, you survived. And then that's when you realize Waganma is about to get punched in the face because you can see Tario, like, you know, pulling his fist back. And then it just clocks him.
Like big sweaty on his eyebrows and everything, just like huffing it, ready to like nail him just one time. Wagama get his jaw broken and everything, falls really bad in his face. Dislocated jaw. How does he feel? Get stomped on the ground.
You deserve that.
Yeah, good stomping and everything. Saitama comes through with a big old boot series. Steps on him, give him a couple more steps, kicks him in the side. He's a little pee-pee too. He's a little shithead.
Yo!